Hello, and welcome back to another vlog. If this is your first time stumbling on one of my videos, hi, welcome, I'm Taylor. I am so glad you're here. I think in this vlog, we're just gonna get up to a few productive days in my life. Last week was just really disheveled for me, not felt very productive, have needed more rest than usual, and I just feel like this week I wanna get some things done. As always, I have laundry that is starting to creep up on me. So I do want to tackle that. I have very full days at work. In just a few minutes, I'll be starting my work day and I've got 10 patients today. It's a lot. It's a lot back to back. I have a small break at 3. I have my green juice to start the day off with. I know that I want to go shopping. I want to get a few things for spring, summer, just a few outfits. Definitely read. I'm in the middle of Eclipse and Deep End. I need to get through those. So we'll see. We'll see what we get into. But welcome to a few productive days in my life. All right, we are back from my little outing with my mom. Let's do a quick Target haul. So first things first, I had to just do a skincare restock. I'm obsessed with these double take glow masks by Loops. These are my favorite that I've tried so far, so I keep going back for these. I needed a restock on my LRP's Hyalu B5 serum. I use this twice a day. It is a must now. I absolutely love that they offer the refill pack for their Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. It's just nice that I can reuse a plastic bottle that I have and fill it with this. I also needed deodorant. This is my favorite. It's the Outlast. I like the completely clean scent and the gel formula, so restock on that. I'm trying these for the first time. This is the Grin brand for floss picks. This is the double twice the clean one. They had a few others, but I really like the idea of the double floss pick. And then y'all already know, if you've been around, I use these Kleenex hand towels to dry my face. These are like my little skincare dupes instead of spending way too much money on the popular ones that you see all over Instagram, and then Clorox wipes because priorities. Okay, on to the fun stuff, the clothes, which I just had a meltdown and called my mom. I was like, oh my gosh, did we forget a bag? I totally accidentally put a pair of pants that I wanted back on the rack to go back after I tried everything on, and that was my mistake. So it was the linen pants by A New Day. I ordered them online. I had to order things online because they didn't have my size, but I got this gorgeous linen top. Whenever Target drops their linen line, I run. It is my absolute favorite line by them. So I got this gorgeous top, and then I ordered just black linen pants to go with it. So those will be here in a few days. I went in there for a pair of these in a different color, which they were sold out, but that actually worked out because I'm obsessed with the green. I love it so much. A lot of people are grabbing these to wear with like an oversized graphic tee or something, but I actually ordered the top that goes with this because I'm obsessed. It's this exact same top. I was not expecting to love this green so much. When I looked at it online, it was not the color that I would go for, but now I'm so glad that I did. Then I just picked up a basic black tee. I like these by New Day. They're very thick. I love the quality for the price. I got that same tee in white with this gorgeous skirt. I'm loving the stripes. I love a good stripe pattern for summertime, so I just feel like the skirt is absolutely perfect. I've been wanting a new skirt, so I'm so happy with this. Then I picked up these sets. These are by Universal Thread. Everything else was A New Day, except the skirt. I believe the skirt, yeah, the skirt is also Universal Thread. But I also picked up this set, and it's so gorgeous. I just love these little boxer shorts. I like the waistband, and the top is just that relaxed fit. It is long sleeve, button down, super cute. I'm obsessed. And then Universal Thread also dropped a linen line, so I picked up this gorgeous top. I absolutely love the sleeves. I just love this material so much. It really reminds me of like a muslin material. It's so cozy, so comfy and breathable, and I ordered the matching bottoms as well. So the matching bottoms are coming for this. I have my linen pants and then the green top. I feel very ready for spring and summer now, and I'm just so excited with the pieces that I walked away with. 5 outfits and an extra tee. Not bad. Not a bad Target day. All right, so I am sitting here waiting. I have had a couple cancellations for later today, and my family of 3, which should have been here 17 minutes ago, has not shown up yet. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. I'm waiting for them to respond and then see where that's gonna go. But if they don't show up, I'm gonna go ahead and edit the vlog that I had hoped to get up today. That's not gonna happen, obviously, so edit it and hopefully get it up in the next couple of days. And then I do want to spend some time, I don't think I've shared on here, but I'm presenting at the Texas Speech and Hearing Association convention, which happens once a year in one of the major cities in Texas. This year it's happening in San Antonio, and I was asked by a colleague of mine who's an occupational therapist to present on AAC, which is Augmentative Alternative Communication. For those of you that don't know, this is when you see people communicating with things like an iPad that talks for them, or a picture communication exchange system, signs, gestures, all of these things can be considered AAC. Our rough draft is due early next week, so I have the bones of what I'm going to be talking about laid out on the PowerPoint, but I really need to spend a couple of intentional hours sitting down and making sure I have everything laid out, all of my resources, and everything that I basically plan to say, not only laid out, but timed out, because we have only an hour to do our presentation. So she's going to be starting and discussing accessibility, and then I will be ending and discussing how to incorporate language and kind of taking the stress off of therapists in that area. So should be fun. I'm excited, hella nervous, but excited. So those are the things that I really need to get into this week. And if I have time, I had paid for an anxiety workshop kind of course, if you will. And I haven't had time. It's a self-paced thing, and I don't love self-paced things, but the person that created this, I trust her. I trust her journey. I trust her testimony. And so I really, really need to make time to get into that as well, because I paid for 3 months access, and I'm pretty sure that's expiring soon if it hasn't already. So I need to look into that. But yeah, that's what I have planned. So we will see if these kiddos are coming or not. Let me see if the mom has responded. The car says beep, 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 beep. Whoa! All right, work day is done. Honestly, my last 2 sessions were a little rough. I feel like I've just had a couple of kids that are just like giving me a hard time. So that is also the reality. Most of my experiences are very positive, but everybody has their days. I get it. But some of them are rough sometimes. They're just not feeling it. But we got through. The day is over. I caught up on paperwork. I edited my video almost completely. I just need to go through and make sure everything looks good, and then I might try and schedule it out for tomorrow actually, which is really great because I was thinking it wouldn't get scheduled out till Friday. But I have a super busy day tomorrow, as you guys will see. I'll bring you along. So I definitely won't have time to edit tomorrow anyway, so probably just better to get it done. Andrew's almost here. We're gonna have those kind of like popular food bowls everyone's talking about right now, with the ground beef and sweet potato, avocado, cottage cheese, hot honey. We'll see how that goes. I made the ground beef last night, so that legwork's already done. And I know Andrew wants to read tonight, so I'm going to crack open Deep End. I'm still reading Deep End, you guys. OMG. Crack open Deep End. I have been reading The Pirate King's Daughter at night on my Kindle. I'm loving that so much. I'm actually like 60 pages in on that, and I'm loving it. And it's a short one too. It's under 300. And then Eclipse. I'm listening to that through the Libby app. So those are the things I'm reading right now. I'm gonna go get some laundry started because I never got to that. I don't know if I said that. I think I just said that. I don't know. My brain's a little scrambled. But yeah, I'm gonna go start some laundry, and I feel like it was a good, productive day. I just got Happy Mail. Let's open it together. And I was just thinking today, I was like, did I order this book or do I need to get it? I ordered it, and I'm so excited. We'll probably be eating this up this weekend. It's beautiful. I love it. So excited. Just had to share that with you guys. All right, my video is scheduled for tomorrow. We had a yummy, healthy dinner. At some point, I'm gonna get back to getting my steps in and getting some weight training in. March was just such a weird month, but April will not be the same. I am also going to be starting a GLP-1 agonist, which I will share more about on Friday because that's when I'm gonna take my first dose. I picked everything up yesterday, got all prepped. I have some other goodies coming in the mail, so I do plan to go over all that with you guys and make that part of this productive vlog. So with that, I really need to focus on getting some movement and weight training in, but we will get back to that. I've decided to end tonight with an everything shower. It just feels like the right move. I am on the heaviest day of my cycle. I feel like death. I'm going to do an everything shower and then I'm gonna soak in the bathtub and then I'm gonna cozy up on the couch with a heating pad and a book or a movie. I don't know, period piece, book, period piece, book. I don't know, we'll see. But I wanted to share with you guys everything that I use in my everything shower routine, and it's a lot, so buckle up. You guys know I'm a skincare girly, so none of this should surprise you. But for hair, I'm currently using Kenra's color protecting hair products. These were recommended by my hairstylist, so what she says goes. She's the queen. She works for Kenra, so that is what I'm currently using. I have used so many different hair products in my life. Inner Sense is one that I was using before when I was really trying to foster my curls and I wasn't dyeing my root color lighter. But now that we are dyeing the root and doing highlights, I'm using a color protecting shampoo and conditioner, and I love it. No problem with it. Tonight, I'm gonna treat my scalp with the Ordinary's glycolic acid. If you have dry scalp, itchy scalp, or if you have dandruff, you can treat your scalp with this, guys. Works amazing. What can't the Ordinary's glycolic acid do? I don't know. I also use this for KP, which I have on my arms, my tummy, and my thighs. And tonight I will be using this on my feet, which I've never done before, but I have just really dry skin lately. Like with the weather changes, it always impacts my skin so bad when I live in Texas. So I'm gonna use this on my feet as well, followed up by, there's vitamin C all over this bottle, but followed up by La Roche-Posay's urea cream. This is a 10% urea cream, but you can use up to like 40% on your feet. If you have really bad dry feet, you just need a really good treatment. But I'll be following up with this everywhere for my KP, so my arms, my thighs, my tummy, and then as well as my feet, putting some socks on and waking up with way smoother feet. So these are your go-to products for KP and dry feet, I promise. For my body tonight, I'm gonna be dry brushing. This is a dry brush that I have from Sephora, so I'll be dry brushing, and then in the shower, I will be exfoliating with European Wax Centers, the EWC up here. This is their Treat Get Smooth Skin Clearing Body Polish. So I will be exfoliating with this. This also has AHAs. So I use this on areas that I have KP, and then I use this after a wax. This can be used in your Brazilian area, underarms, wherever you get waxed except your face. And since I get Brazilians, I am very mindful of taking care of that area. I also have EWC's treat pads. These are for any ingrown hair preventions. I love these so much. I actually buy them like once every year because I take one pad, cut it in half, and I get 2 uses out of it, so they last me forever. And I follow that up with their Slow Body Oil. I just put this on a cotton pad, swipe that over, and then end with their Slow Lotion. These are in the scent Aloe and Coconut. I love both of them. Can't go wrong with either scent. They're both amazing. So that just leaves your area feeling so great. If you get Brazilians, I recommend that routine. And since I'm dry brushing while my skin is still wet, I'm gonna go in with this Glow Body Oil. This is by 8 Sheep Organics. You don't need very much. That stuff will last you forever. And I'm also going to be using their Immortal Cream and their Belly Serum. This is for stretch marks, so I put this on like my belly, my boob area, anywhere that I feel like I'm getting stretch marks. These are really great products for that. They advertise for mothers or expecting mothers, but anybody can buy them. If you also have stretch marks, using a body cream with hyaluronic acid in it can really help. And you guys already know, if you've been following me, I use La Roche-Posay skincare right now, so I'm not going to show you all of that, but I have the face wash. The Tolerian products are the ones I use. So I use the Tolerian micellar water to take my makeup off. That's my first cleanse. Then I use their face wash, and then tonight I'm going to go in with an Umbrian Clay mask by Fresh. And then after that, usually if I do a mask, I'll just put on my hyaluronic acid after that and then moisturize. But I think tonight I'm gonna add one extra step. I do this about once a week, and this is the adapalene gel. I can never remember the name, oh my gosh, but it looks like KP, it feels like KP, but it's not. I think they're called Comotones. I literally can never remember, but I have them on my jawline here, so adapalene gel helps. Also blackheads, if you have blackheads like on your nose, adapalene can help with that. And then right now for eczema on my hands, when I get out, I will be using the Cicaplast B5 Balm by La Roche-Posay on my lips and my hands. Starting to get a little bit better, but you can hear they're going through it. So that is my everything shower routine. It is a lot. I'm a skincare girly. I absolutely love these nights because it's just like time to just pamper myself. And I am somebody who, since I was very, very young, has been obsessed with skincare and hair care. So all of this is very fun for me. If you have any questions about any of these products, let me know in the comments. I'm not going to link everything because it's just so much, but if you have questions or want to chat skincare, I am always here and happy to do that. But let's get this everything shower underway and get cozy on the couch. All right, it is the very next day. I have had a very good day. It's 2:30. I had physical therapy this morning, which lasted pretty long, about an hour and a half. So thank goodness I had a patient cancel because that would have thrown off my entire work schedule. But I just finished up with the patient. I feel so bad because he was very upset when I left and the teachers had to come and help, and it was just a whole ordeal, and I hate leaving kids like that. So just coming back from that, I have one more patient to see in person. I had one cancel today, so I normally have 3 on Thursdays out. I'm gonna go see my last kiddo and then head home, and I'm on from 4 to 7 for telehealth visits. So a nice busy day at work. Physical therapy is going well. Little update. I just realized she forgot to tape me today. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'll tape myself when I get home, but things are going well. We're moving down to a maintenance frequency at 1 time a week for 4 weeks and then discharging. However, I couldn't get on her schedule for another 3 weeks, so that'll be weird. So I just need to make sure I kind of do heat myself, do manual massaging and taping, and just continue to kind of lay off of it as best I can. We did measure strength today and everything came back fine in that area. So that's good, considering I haven't really been using this hand and arm nearly as much as I normally do. So that's my little PT update. But I thought, since I have a little bit of time, my next patient's definitely still napping, so I need to wait for him to wake up. I thought that I would share with you guys why I've decided to go on a GLP-1 agonist medication and kind of my journey in that area, because tomorrow I'll bring you guys along on that journey. I am going to take my first injection, and I just feel like also sharing my journey will just kind of ease some of my anxiety. And I really think it's so important for women to share their journeys in so many different areas and not be so hush-hush about everything. I feel like people still think it's weird to talk about cycles and weight management and stress management and, you know, mental health and physical health and all these things. But to me, it's just so important that we share these things with each other so that we don't feel alone and we feel seen and heard and valued and like everything's gonna be okay. So basically my journey is this. For a year now, I have been tracking calories off and on, but paying very close attention to my calorie intake and just making changes in how I order food and how I fuel my body. With that being said, I feel like I do have to share about my past with you guys because it will make my specific journey obviously make more sense for you. I have never struggled with weight before in my life. This is something that started 4 years ago and has just been a slow build and an uphill battle. Basically, during COVID, I was going through a very traumatic divorce and other very traumatic experiences in that time of my life. And historically, I have always been very active and not like some insanely fit person, but I mean, I've always been the kind of person that, you know, gets up and goes on a run on Saturday mornings and does yoga multiple times a week and does other weight training and is just super active, hiking, surfing. I lived in Hawaii. I did all kinds of activities there. I've always just been very physically busy. And so this has been a very different experience for me, gaining weight. And really, that was not my care at all. I didn't even open my eyes to start really caring about this until a year ago, which is why I was like, okay, a year ago, I was like, it's been 3 years. I'm going to check my weight. I know I've gained weight. I know I need to start looking at this. Now I'm in a very good place mentally. Just my life is in a much better place. I spent years healing from everything that went on, and I'm still healing in ways from that. Thank God, and shout out to my amazing partner, my amazing husband now, my family, my friends, because this has been a very life-altering stage in my life. And so with that came obvious stress, but I also struggle with nocturnal panic attacks. And whenever I have these, I have extreme levels of cortisol shoot through my body and really just stay there. typically when you have a reaction like that, you want to kind of move your body and get that energy out. But nobody's going to do that 2, 3, 4 in the morning when they're just suffering from panic attack after panic attack. I really went through the thick of that, and that started in grad school and during my previous relationship, and really heightened during the separation and divorce and the years post that. And so that has just been at the forefront, right? Like, forefront is take care of my mental health, get sleep, right? Like, as humans, we need to sleep, eat, hydrate in order to function. So when any of those 3 things are just not in balance, life can get really hard. And so that's basically what happened to me. Life just became about making it through the next day, making it through work, maintaining my career, maintaining my normal life as much as possible, and physical activity just wasn't the priority. So with that being said, that's been my journey. I attribute my weight gain to those things that's happened in my life. Everybody's story is different, and there doesn't need to be some big justification as to why you've gained weight if you're watching this. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of background into my journey. So since gaining weight, I am now pre-diabetic. But unless you're type 2 diabetic, you do not qualify for insurance to cover your medication. Some insurance do cover the medication under a weight management plan, but I don't have that on my plan, so I have to pay out of pocket. Biggest struggle for me this last year in really saying, okay, I know how to eat healthy. I know how to move my body. I know how to do these things. I was doing them for 30 years before I gained weight, and I'm now in this situation, so I know how to live that lifestyle. But I'm struggling so much because of this insulin resistance that has built. I feel like the second I get that low blood sugar feeling, my anxiety spikes, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna eat. I don't care. Like, take me to Chick-fil-A, take me to get something, give me something with sugar in it, give me a juice, whatever. And that's obviously very difficult to get through if that feeling gives you any kind of anxiety like it does for me. That's one of my main anxiety triggers, is feeling like a low blood sugar feeling. I've been that way since I was a little kid. So that has been a real struggle for me. So I thought, you know what, let me talk to my doctor. It's been a year. Let me see what she thinks. So we landed on Zepbound. However, I am obviously not going to pay $1,500 a month for Zepbound. So I'm going to be taking tirzepatide compounded from a compound pharmacy that's local here. If this is something you are interested in and you're in a similar situation, I recommend talking to your doctor and looking into compounded pharmacies. So the pharmacy that's compounding this drug for me is able to sell it to me for $99 a month, which is crazy. It's going to go up, I think, by $30, like each dosage that I go up, if I need to go up at all. So tomorrow I start on 2.5, and in a month we anticipate moving up to 5, and then a month from that 7, and we don't anticipate needing to go up from there. But you can, I believe, go to 12, 15, and some doctors will even prescribe 20 from what I saw at the pharmacy. My doctor only subscribes up to 15, but we don't anticipate that I'll need to get there. So that is where I'm at. I am nervous. I have a lot of anxiety about it. I am mostly worried that it's gonna just make me feel funny, and I'm not gonna like that, and that's gonna make me have anxiety or panic attack. I'm also just worried about I already live with a chronic illness. If you watched my last vlog, then you saw that I was recovering. I have IBS, and it's rough. Like, people, I feel like, throw that phrase around, like, I have IBS, I have IBS. Like, if you really have IBS, it's a very difficult thing. And it took me a very long time to come to terms and accept that I was living with a chronic illness, and to be like willing to say that out loud and accept that. So with these medications, they do slow down the digestive process, which often leads to constipation. So I'm worried about, those things, because when I'm having a flare-up, I deal with a lot of nausea. So to prep, I will walk you guys through. I got a package today in the mail, and I'll kind of go over things that I got to prep with you guys, information that I've just learned. I'm just the kind of person that's going to get all the knowledge that I possibly can before I dive into something. So I will share with you guys everything that I've done to plan, to prep, to get ready for tomorrow. And I'm just hoping and sending all the good energy out into the universe that this is going to be a good thing for me, that this is just going to just give me that push and get rid of that low blood sugar feeling, level out my blood sugar, and just help me to progress along and stay in a calorie deficit. I have just been struggling with that. I keep going between 200 and 300 calories over every day, so I'm not losing the weight like I'd like to. I've lost some weight, but it's hard when I feel really, really crappy in the caloric deficit that I need to be in. So I'm hoping that this just helps me to be okay in that caloric deficit, and just to get my life back, guys, just to get my life back. And it is emotional, and I'm not going to get emotional now because I don't want to ruin my makeup, but it is an emotional experience. If you're going through this, you're not alone, just hoping for a positive outcome on the other side. So I'll share with you guys when I get home. I have a package, so I'll share with you guys everything I got in there, and just keep the positive energy flowing. Okay, I am back home, and I have like 10 minutes. So let's open my Arbonne package that just got here and talk about some of the things that I have purchased and done to just prep for tomorrow, and just be in a good mindset as best as possible. So obviously I've been getting a lot of rest and just trying to have like positive mindsets, positive conversations with my friends and family. And I'm a big believer in manifesting and positive thinking. And so using those tools these past couple of weeks has helped as well. So some of the things I have in here are things that basically everyone has said to have on hand, and others are just things that I know make me feel good. And historically I have used that when I have just felt my best. So let's go through these. I got electrolytes from Relight, the company that makes Redmond's Real Salt, Redmond's Himalayan Salt, and that's what they're using in here for the electrolytes. It's very clean ingredients, it tastes good. The price point was not bad, so I have already been taking this, trying to just have it every other day or so to just get adjusted to taking in electrolytes, because I'm already a water drinker. If you're not a water drinker, that's definitely something you want to focus on as well if you're going to take this medication. But I say just in general, I drink a lot of water, so just making sure to add electrolytes. And then today I'm taking an immunity. They sent me some immunity packs. So I'm going to take one of these, especially because I had literally this child sneeze on me like 4 times today. So I'm going to take one of those. I just took my vitamin D3 that's prescribed by my doctor. So people have said just make sure you're taking like a multivitamin. Make sure you're not deficient in any B vitamins or your vitamin D. So having your blood work done would probably be smart in order to make sure you're getting the right vitamins and minerals. Oh, another thing I like about Relight and why I went with this one is because it also has magnesium. And magnesium, most everybody is deficient in magnesium nowadays, but everyone has mentioned to take magnesium and that helps with some of the side effects. So I feel like boom, 2-in-1 electrolytes with magnesium. And then basically the big point is to take in a lot of protein. I've been working with a nutritionist for about 6 months now, so she helped me determine my caloric deficit numbers and my protein numbers. So I highly recommend doing something like that. I see a nutritionist through Nourish and it's completely covered by my insurance. Everyone's calorie deficit is different. You definitely shouldn't just listen to roundabout numbers for women and men and age and all of those things. There's a lot of factors to take into consideration when you are going on a calorie deficit. So eating in a calorie deficit and getting in enough protein is a big part of succeeding on this medication. And so good thing is I've already been working on those things. So my goal right now is around 145 grams of protein a day, and I usually get around 120 to 150. So I feel like I'm good in that area. A lot of people have mentioned drinking a protein shake right before you take the medication as well. So I'm already taking protein shakes every day, so I just feel like timing it right is going to be smart. But in the past, I used to sell Arbonne. I absolutely love Arbonne. There's nothing anybody can say to me about this company. I love their products. They are astronomically expensive though. So I haven't bought them in a few years, but I mean, why would I? I'm not feeling my best. So it just kind of made sense to me. But now I'm like, you know what? I want to feel my best. And when I was feeling my best, I had a lot of these products. So let's go over them. I got their protein. This is the meal replacement protein, but they're just advertising it that way because it has 25 grams of protein and theoretically should fill you up a lot. However, it's only 190 calories, so I'll definitely be making this in a protein shake with I like to do like half a banana, half a cup of blueberries, something like that. So I got their protein. I also got their Clean Tox tea. I love to sip on this and mix this with the Inner Calm. This has ashwagandha in it and saffron, so this is just a really good supplement for anxiety and relaxing. And then the Clean Tox herbal tea has licorice root and milk thistle, and those things both help with digestion and just settling an upset tummy. So I used to mix this before bed and have a little tea, and so I'm going to go back to doing that just to take really good care of my gut health. Part of the gut health is a good probiotic. I would say look for something with a prebiotic, probiotic, and digestive enzymes, or find those supplements separately and take them accordingly. But I went ahead and got my tried and true. I have Seed Symbiotic probiotic, but it's a little strong for me. Historically, it just hasn't settled well for me, and I literally have a whole jar and it's very expensive. So I have that. I can always lower the dose if needed as well. But what I've decided to do is go back to taking my Green Gut Glow drink. Basically, that is their Be Well product. This is the spirulina greens. This has 36 vegetables, fruits, all kinds of good stuff in here. So I mix a scoop of that in the morning with the Skin Elixir. This is collagen. So I'll be getting fruits, veggies, collagen, which is important when you're losing weight, with my prebiotic, probiotic, and digestive enzymes. And that's the Gut Health. This is like one of their golden products here. So I like to mix the three. It makes a really yummy shot, in my opinion, although I'm somebody who really likes green juices and green shots. That stuff's just not gross to me. So I mix the three It makes a really yummy little treat in the morning. And then I'm also going to be taking their multivitamin. So I will throw this in my shakes with my protein and just get my vitamins in daily. So I feel like I'm covering my bases. So big things, takeaway review: protein, electrolytes, B vitamins, which I was going to mention. The pharmacy that's compounding the tirzepatide for me has added vitamin B12. So that's a huge thing, because a lot of people have said, get a vitamin B12 supplement, take it on the side, or go to like a center to get, you know, a B12 supplement on the side to help with nausea or any upset stomach symptoms. But this place has already added it, which is great. So it actually makes the medication red, which is a little scary looking, but we'll look at that tomorrow. But other than that, I picked up their energy fizz. If y'all know me, you know I don't drink a lot of caffeine, but I do love their fizz. It's a very naturally derived caffeine. It doesn't have a lot in it. So now that I'm reintroducing caffeine back into my life, when somebody doesn't sleep, they cut out caffeine. But I'm reintroducing it. I have a little bit here and there. And in the past, I used to like to mix their energy fizz sticks with their Mind Health. If I was going to say one product from Arbonne that I would pay for the rest of my life, it would be Mind Health. This thing is amazing. It just helps with cognitive function. It's got all kinds of stuff I'm not going to get into, but it works. It's amazing. I would not lie to you. I'm not selling these products. I'm not promoting them. I'm telling you what I genuinely love and paid money to get. So I mix the two of them, and that just makes like a yummy drink to have during the day with some just natural energy. And they have blackberry again. Blackberry used to be a limited edition flavor, and now they have it all the time. So happy. I do need to get to work. It's going to be a long stretch. I've got 8 kids back to back. I don't think anyone's canceled so far. So I got to get to work, but that is kind of my little kit that I got to just get in the mindset and get excited. It's kind of like when you're going to start working out, getting a new a workout outfit or something. So yeah, that's everything. If I miss something, then if you're familiar with this medication and you take something that you like and I miss something, be sure to let me know in the comments below. But I feel like I have all my bases covered. So that does ease some anxiety for tomorrow. Okay, blocking me up. Okay, so you're blowing air in, or sorry, you're breathing in and you're blowing some air out. I saw a red and white mushroom. Notice how your speech doesn't sound blub, 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 blub. Okay, ready? Breathing in. Rooster crowed. It's gonna sound dramatic now, but it'll get more natural as we keep practicing. Good morning. It is Friday. It is injection day. And I say that with all the nerves, quite literally, all the nerves. So a Saturday tradition for us is to get up and get Starbucks and bagels from one of our local bagel shops. And I was super worried that I just wasn't going to feel myself tomorrow morning. So Andrew picked up Starbucks and bagels for us this morning, which was so nice. I was telling him we were eating it. I was like, it's my, what did I say? It's like, it's my last meal as a normal human or something. And he's like, you need to quit. And I'm like, I know it sounds funny, but like for some reason I legit kind of feel that way. Like, am I dramatic? Yes, I'm a dramatic person, but I am nervous, guys. So I want you guys to see like the real raw vulnerability that's going into this, because if there's anybody out there in the same situation as me, I don't want you to feel alone. And if you stumble on this video, you will have found somebody that is in the same situation as you. So yes, I'm nervous. Every time I record, my dog has to come and drink very loudly from her bowl. But anywho, let's make a green gut glow shot, because I feel like that's how I need to start my day. Y'all, I am still really at the tail end of this IBS flare up. So I think that's also what's making me just a little bit more nervous to take it today. And somebody had said, like, have your favorite meal the day before, which mine is burger and fries. Like, hello. And I had intended on having that as our Thursday night dinner, and we actually ended up having stuffed bell peppers last night, which is like complete opposite. But so Andrew was like, do you want to take it Saturday morning, take your injection Saturday morning, and then that way you can just kind of see how your body feels all day long, and like you're at home and you're not trying to go to bed if you have an upset tummy. And I'm like, that might be a good idea. He's like, and then we can have burgers Friday night and like go out to the bookstore and just have a whole date night. So I don't know, am I leaning in that direction? I don't know. It will be done today or tomorrow. I'm also like finishing my cycle. I'm having all kinds of emotions, guys. Let's just make this shot and it's gonna be okay. Like, it's literally gonna be okay. It's literally gonna be okay. What I need to do is settle down. Okay. So because I'm just starting back on the greens, I'm only going to do half of a scoop of the greens because this stuff is potent. Cheers. It doesn't taste bad. I actually think it tastes good because the skin elixir, the collagen, it's acai. And the greens, even the greens has like a nice little taste to it. It doesn't taste bad. All right, just like that, prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, greens, and collagen. So I have work to do. Yay, I really like a light Friday, and that just hasn't been my life lately. So I'm gonna go work on this presentation that I seriously need to work on because I'm meeting my colleague today at 4:30 for a meeting to go over the rough draft. So I'm gonna go work on that. I have a few telehealth sessions, a few patients out, coming home, meeting, and a few more telehealth sessions. So something I did do this morning, and I don't know if there's like green juice on my face. Something I did do this morning was take my weight, and then I'm gonna take before photos and measurements. Andrew's gonna help me with that. So I don't know, have I checked all the boxes? I think so. Later on today, I'm going to make a protein shake with the multivitamin and try and get in some electrolytes. It might just be a Powerade today, something a little lighter. But that's the update. Let's go to work. How cute. Strawberry one. And this strawberry.
Well, this is.
Okay, to sometime later. I finished my work day. I ended up not even meeting with my coworker because she's having like tornado warnings and under tornado watch since she lost internet. So that's how that went. And then I ended up having like cancellations and no-shows for my patients and their therapy. So it's a weird day, but I did get a lot done with the presentation. I'm feeling much better with that. Almost caught up on all my notes. And so I feel like it was a good work week overall. Wrap that up. I have the worst headache. We have all this wind coming in. It's 90 degrees outside, but it's going to go down to like 40 degrees tonight. So with that being said, there's all kinds of allergens coming in. So I just don't feel wonderful. So we're not going to do injection tonight. We're going to do it in the morning after breakfast, which I feel better about. So that is the plan. But let me show you guys what I just got at Barnes & Noble. And then we went to my favorite little ice cream shop. I see you. And then we went to my favorite little ice cream shop. They do this like matcha and ube swirl ice cream. It's so good. Had that. It was a nice little treat. And they had some small business vendors in there selling cute stuff. So I got a couple of things for my Kindle. Let me show you. So first off at Barnes, I picked up A Poisoner's Tale. I had never seen this book. It came out last year. I don't know when. But it's based on the life of the real Giulia Tofana, thought to be the first female serial killer in history. I'm here for it. It's jumping between Palermo 1632 and then Rome 1656. This just sounds like it's going to be an amazing historical fiction. So this is the only book I got. I'm proud of myself because there were many others that I wanted, but I only got this one. And then from that little vendor, look at her cute little bag. I got this strawberry bookmark. Her business is called Simply Strawberry. Something very cute. I don't know, I'm in my like strawberry era, I guess. I just really like strawberries right now. And then I got this really cute little strawberry sticker for my Kindle. I love them. She put her little business card in here. Very cute, very cute. And then she's like, since you supported small businesses, here's a little extra gift bag, a little claw on here. It's like a little arcade game. And I actually don't know what's in here, so let's see. Okay, a little invitation to, looks like they're gonna have an event at that tea spot. Accurate. Hello, I'm high maintenance. Not denying it. Husband agrees. some candy, and cute little strawberry Mexican candies. These are cute. And I think that's it. Little pink lollipop. Thought I felt another sticker. And then a little gemstone. Very, very cute. I love. So that's my little haul from tonight. We had a good night out. It was just nice to get out of the house for a bit because I feel like I literally haven't gotten out of the house in like a week. So took some Advil, gonna take care of my head, get some rest tonight. We were thinking about doing a weekend reading vlog together. So I might start that in the morning. We don't know. I don't know how it's going to go, but I will follow up tomorrow, do the injection, and then I'll end the vlog there because I just feel like I don't want to end the vlog without getting to the injection and being done with that, updating you guys on how that went. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, so before we do the injection, I wanted to go to the store and pick up a couple of things that I just think will be helpful. I know I have the Relight electrolytes, but sometimes it's kind of harsh on my tummy, like any electrolytes, liquid IVs, anything besides like a zero sugar Powerade or something, but I love coconut water. This is definitely my favorite way to get an electrolyte, so I picked up some of these, and then I picked up some lemon ginger tea. This also has probiotics for digestion. It's caffeine free. This is my favorite tea brand for green tea. Somebody said just have this on hand if I do get nauseous, so this is probably just good for me to have anyway with my IBS. And then somebody had mentioned get a scale that is smart and can take like all of your body composition metrics. So I found this one at my local Walmart for $20, which is very exciting. And this does measure not just weight, but BMI, visceral fat, bone mass, water, fat, BMR, muscle, protein, and skeletal muscle. So I'll probably get those numbers in the morning because right when I wake up, but I still also need to get like before pictures and measurements. So I think this is the last of my preparatory stuff. I just had to like force some food down because I'm a bit anxious, guys. Just full transparency. We've had a very relaxing day. Got rest, kind of. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about it too. So let's just get this fucking over. Let's just get this over with. Let's just get it over with. I did have a protein shake, had some like protein nuggets and a salad. And I watched tons of videos. And then I was trying to like figure out where am I going to do this at? Thigh, tummy, arm. And something about me is I have very dense musculature. This is like a real thing I have to talk to my doctor about before. And basically she was saying that like my fat grows under my muscle, which, so like if you feel my tummy, like even though I have fat on my tummy, it's very hard. And I'm like, what the hell? So now I'm worried that I'm going to like inject into the muscle, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to inject into the fat. I don't know, y'all. So I think I'm going to do my arm today and then give my doctor a call or do my arm until I go and see her and we can agree on a spot. I don't know, we'll see. Also, I'm still having some GI issues right now, so I think maybe the arm would just be better. So let's do this. I washed my hands, got alcohol prep pads. They gave me alcohol prep pads and like extra needles because they're fragile. So I thought that was really great. So obviously husband's here for support. I was like, can you do this for me? And he's like, terrified. So I don't, although if we do my arm, you have to yeah, because I can't reach the back of my arm like that. This is what the needle looks like. All right, so we're gonna do this. Stand by. All right, it is done. And I actually had to call my mom over to do it because needles are just hard to deal with, but it hurt a little bit more than I thought it was going to, which kind of freaked me out. So I'm gonna stay busy. Andrew and I are gonna play Overcooked. Overcooked 2. I don't know how you can stay more busy than Overcooked 2. And I'm also doing like a little reading vlog. So just gonna try and stay busy, put my mind there. Angie has to go back to work tomorrow, so tomorrow I'll probably just like try and focus on work and stuff. So it's done. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. In the next productive vlog, I will update you guys, or like self-care vlog, one of the two. I will update you guys on how I'm feeling. But I feel like it was a good overall productive week in prepping for all of this, and now I can just say the first shot's behind me. So I will see you guys in the next vlog. Thanks for being here. Subscribe if you want to see more of my journey, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.